up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I do music, and today we are checking out the Morgan AC module for the Synergy amp system. If you don't know what the Synergy amp system is, it is a modular series of two modules and housings that you can use to sort of piece together your own custom amplifiers or add more channels to your existing amplifiers with their effects loops. They've got a little desktop housing that can hold one module. I've got the rack mount one that can take two. They've also got full heads and combos, as well as they make cabs and power amps. So lots of options there. We're looking at the Morgan today. Before we even talk about the Morgan, let's talk about the signal chain. So this is my Gretsch semi-hollow little tiny center block. I forget the exact model number. But it's got, I put TV Jones humbuckers, the TV Jones classics in it. So I love this guitar. It's a great songwriting guitar. That is going through my pedal board, all bypassed. That goes out into the Synergy, where the Morgan is, which goes into a 2 Notes Torpedo Live, which has my usual Mesa 4x12 with a 57 and 121 on it, just to give you the same bass line across all of my videos, what it sounds like, the different modules sound like, rather, going through the same speaker setup. After the fact, after the Torpedo, I do have a couple stereo effects going. I've got a Walrus Mako D1 and R1 doing delay and reverb respectively. I'll take those out for a moment, but I like just a little bit of that stereo thing going on just to help fill out the sound. So now we're completely bone dry. Let's talk about the module itself. Two identical channels, shared EQ. So we've got independent gain and independent bright switches for each channel, a shared bass middle treble, and then independent volume. Personally, I prefer when they have the independent EQs as well, but I think this is one of the earlier modules, and they weren't quite doing that with all the modules yet. A lot of the ones they've released since then, recently, especially the last year or so, have been in completely independent EQ on both channels. So at any rate, they are identical, but we'll use the two channels to kind of check out, namely the bright switch, the difference between it on and off. But let's start on the bottom channel. And let's wind the gain all the way back here. And let's just go center position, both humbuckers. And we've got the bright switch down right now. And I'm going to bring in that delay and reverb. It's very slight. Easy. Just makes it more fun to play with. So let's start winding the gain up and see where we get. So we get a little bit of that crunch. Start bringing it up some more. Very touch responsive. We're just shy of noon. Pushes right into break up the harder you pick. So we're going to hit the bright switch, which is what really brings this into sort of an AC territory, like a Voxy sort of thing. It's a very, very bright module with the bright switch up. Now, as with a lot of bright switches, as you bring the gain up, that bright switch has less of an effect on the tone overall. So as we wind our gain up here, it's a lot less effective on that sort of thing. Let's keep bringing the gain up. It'll get right into that driven territory, no problem whatsoever. Really quick, I am going to hit a noise gate just to make my life easier in the edit from here on out. As you can hear, it's not super noisy, just some hiss. And now it's quiet. Rev G8 in the 4-cable method in the Syn 2, so now... Golden, man. So, let's take the gain back down to about half. Let's start messing with the EQ. Nice warmth out of the bass control. Let's hit the mids. Really brings out that bright switch. I'm actually going to take that out. Scoops right out though. And treble. That's with the bright switch out. It's a really bright module. Yeah, that's too much. Take the treble all the way back though. Rolls it right back. Take the bright out even. That's treble all the way off, bright switch out. It is a very bright module. Let me get these set up identical here, and we'll just have the bright switch be the only difference there. Let me take it out first so I can compare. Identical. One doesn't have more gain than the other. Let's bring the bright switch up on the top channel. And now... kind of harsh. Bring the treble down and we'll go middle position here. We'll try that again. So it definitely has a sound. I really like this thing, actually. One of the things I tend to use it for here in the studio a lot is doubling a strummed guitar. So if you wind the gain right back, turn the bright switch on but have the treble rolled off. That mid is really powerful too. Works really well as a strummed electric thing. And then, of course, you can wind the gain back up, you know, and get... You get that. If you add, I've got a Naga Viper by Catalan Bread here, which does the treble booster thing, so you can get kind of your Brian May sort of thing. Woo! Noise gate doesn't like that. Yeah, it takes a treble booster pretty well. It does get a little harsh. Part of that's probably the cab I'm using. I don't want to change that though because we're using the same one on all of them. So, but at any rate, that is the Morgan AC module. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a comment, hit a like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Knocked it out of tune. Sweet!